Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very informative video for you. We're gonna talk about shopping abroad. I have two videos, this and one more, as a series of what is like shopping abroad in the current environment. There's a lot going on with the financial market. The euro right now is very low, making it for an amazing time to shop abroad. I will do price comparisons on my next video, so if you are not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe so you can get the entire scoop. But today we're gonna talk about the VAT refund and import duties, because guys, I do have some new intel in terms of what's going on here in the United States when you claim VAT and not claiming import duties. Some scary stuff going on, so I wanted to fill you in on what's going on. So first of all, let's talk about the VAT. For those who are not familiar, the VAT is the value added tax. It is a tax that is imposed to European residents. So when we Americans go shop in Europe, we get this tax refunded to us because we are not residents there, so therefore we don't need to pay this tax. Now, the VAT refund, typically you will get back 10, 12, 13% of the amount of the good that you bought. So for example, if you bought a bag that cost $1,000, typically you would get refunded 12% of $1,000, which means 120 bucks back in your pocket. So the value added tax is a pretty attractive feature. In the past, it was more attractive because a lot of people would claim the VAT, get their refund, and they would come back to the United States and not declare their import duties and save a lot of money. But I'm telling you, I have some new intel that tells me you're not able to do that anymore, okay? But there's still an advantage to claiming your VAT, and I will tell you why. So the VAT refund, when you go to a store and you are not a resident, you can request the VAT refund. There is a minimum amount that you have to spend in order to be able to get the refund. This is different depending on the country. For France, for example, if you spend 170 euros or more, you can claim VAT refund. This will be different in different parts of the European Union. But if you bought something that costs more than that at the store, you fill out paperwork, you show them your passport. If you go to the real luxurious stores like Hermes and Louis Vuitton, they already kind of have like an automated system. They will fill out the form almost entirely for you, and all you have to do is sign it. So then you collect all of your forms for the goods that you bought, and when you get to the airport, there are typically like signs everywhere that says VAT refund. You will follow those signs, and there are kiosks, and there are also agents in these kiosks that will take a look at the goods in your forms and give you a stamp approving that refund. So a couple of key points right here. You have to bring the item that you bought with you unused. So if you bought a pair of shoes and you decided to wear your pair of shoes right then and there, you cannot claim VAT tax refund on that. So important that you keep your shoes brand new in their pouch or whatever, because you're gonna be asked most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time, the agents will ask to see the item, especially if it's expensive. If it's like a $3,000 bag, $4,000 bag, they will typically ask to take a look at it, and they will stamp your form, and then you're good to go. And then you receive the VAT back on your credit card a few weeks later. I don't know, 3, 4, 5 weeks, it depends. In certain countries, you do have the option to get your refund in cash right then and there. But I don't like to do that because they take a higher fee to be able to give you that service. That means you will get less of a refund. So I recommend that you wait and you request your refund on your credit card, because you're gonna get more money back. So that's the scoop of what you need to know about the VAT refund. Now, let's talk about coming back to the United States. You are allowed to bring back $800 worth of goods without having to pay import duties. That is your free allowance. As long as you spend up to $800, you don't have to claim anything. You don't have to pay any duties, okay? Now, if you bought something that is higher than $800, you have to claim import duties. And the amount of duties you're going to pay depends on the item. But for the most part, in general, if we're talking about clothes, shoes, and bags, like regular leather bags, you will pay about 10% of the value of that good in import duties, which is really not that bad. Like if you bought a bag that is $1,000, you're gonna pay around $100, $110, $120 in import duties when you come back. So right now, the VAT tax and the import duties kind of cancel each other out, because you are getting 10 to 12% back in refunds. You are paying a little bit over 10% in import duties. They are canceling each other out. So then you might ask, well, then it's not worthwhile at all to do all of this, right? Because one cancels the other out. This is not a good savings for me. Well, it is a good savings for you because the euro right now is the exact same amount as the dollar. It is a one-to-one exchange and the prices in Europe are a lot cheaper. So even with them canceling each other out, you're still getting a great deal. I'm gonna make a separate video talking about the deals, comparing prices for you, and I'm gonna tell you which brand is the best deal to buy in Europe, because some brands, the price difference is bigger and it's more bang for your buck. So that is coming. So it is important that you claim your VAT taxes, because if you don't claim your VAT taxes and you come back to the US and you have to pay import duties, that means you just added 10% to the price that you paid, right? You could be canceling that out with your VAT claim in the country that you are visiting, right? So I think it is still important for you to do both. Now, let's talk a little bit more about import duties, right? I get questions of people. I released this video on TikTok and some people ask, well, I don't want to do all of that. I'm not going to claim my import duties. Well, the problem right now is that when you claim your VAT abroad, that information in the airport is being shared with American authorities. So people here from customs, they have visibility as to how much you spend abroad if you claim your VAT. They know how much money you spent. So I have real life friends that claimed their VAT, bought all kinds of goodies abroad, and when they got back to the US, they did not claim the import duties and they were picked out of the line, you guys, okay? It's not like they were at the kiosk kind of talking to the agent. No, people came and as they were standing in the line, they were like, you come with me. And they took them to a room and then inspected all of their suitcases, looked at everything that was new. It is kind of a tricky situation because if you bring your items without the tags, if they don't look like they are brand new, the agents cannot find out 100% if the item is new. Like they might know, they know you spend all this money abroad, right? They know, but they don't have evidence. Do you know what I mean? So it becomes a very stressful, tricky situation because they are looking at your stuff. They are trying to find items with tags, with receipts. They're looking at your receipts. They can look at your cell phone. So in the case of my friend, they made her pay the import duties for everything that she had bought. And I have another friend that has gone through the exact same thing. She went through the kiosk, talked to the agent, said, I have nothing to declare, whatever, whatever. As she was leaving, okay, typically there is an area that is like the agriculture area. Like she thought she was done deal, right? They picked her in the hallway, like, hey, you come with me, okay? So they have you flagged. They have your name. They know which airline you're coming in. They know your seat. They know where you're passing through. So it is a risk, people. I do not recommend you not claim your import duties because it is a very stressful situation. Like my friend got stuck in the airplane for like 4 hours, you guys. You are exhausted. You want to go home. It's not worth it. I say claim your VAT and then come here, claim your import duties. They are canceling each other out anyway. So you're good to go and you still saved a ton of money. And then some people were like, well, you know, the problem is that you are paying with credit card. Go ahead and pay at the store with cash. If you pay at the store with cash and you still claim your VAT at the airport, that information will be sent to American authorities. You might have a better chance if you spend it in cash and you don't claim VAT, but you know, you're violating the law. Do you know what I mean? I mean, is it really worth the risk for 10%? You know, is it really worth the stress in the airport and you being nervous you're gonna get caught? It's not worth it, guys, for 10%. It really isn't. Just do what's right, claim your import duties. You will be seeing on my next video that depending on the bag, you're gonna be saving still with all of this over $1,000, you know, depending on the bag. If you buy less, I have noticed by talking to a ton of people, like let's say you bought $2,000 worth of stuff, right? It's not that much above the 800, so sometimes they won't bother to stop you even though they know that you claim the VAT and they know that you went above the 800, but the value is not worthwhile. Now, if you bought a $5,000 bag, if you bought a Birkin, you know what I mean? You are definitely more on the radar, and then it is worth the stress for them to come and stop you and try to get you to pay your import duties. And then the other piece of it is our current administration in the US, they are desperate for every penny from American citizens right now because they are in such that they cannot keep up with the government expenses. They have this huge freaking strategy and government bill that they are trying to finance. And if you haven't noticed, they started nickeling and diming us on everything, you know, eBay purchases, Cash App, Poshmark. I've had to fill out like tax information whenever I sell my little goodies. They are desperate for any penny that they can get out of us. So this is an area that has become much tighter as a result. They want that cash, you know. So this is the scoop for the video today. I hope this helped you understand what the circumstances are now. But man, book your tickets, go travel to Europe, because I am telling you, it is awesome. Like the savings are awesome right now because the euro is so low. I will see you on the next video where we'll be talking about which brands are the cheapest brands and give you the best deal when you go shopping in Europe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Love you. Bye.